4, 3. What's up, sports world? What's going on? You know what time it is. This is M&T Live at the Apollo, at the Apollo Media Center here on Jefferson in Utica, the heart. That's right. You hear that double up, baby. That means we on live and direct here at the Apollo Media Center, right in the heart of the city of Buffalo. I'm your host, Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter, with my host over here to the right. You already know this guy. You know this guy. He is not only Buffalo Bills extraordinaire, Buffalo Bills extraordinary personality, but he is also a dear brother, closest family member to me, Joe Monster McDowell. Joe, what's up? What's up, Monster?
Man, I feel great today, Torch. We're about to drop the bomb on these folks. We're about to drop a bomb on you. Huge.
What kind of bomb is this, though?
This is a catastrophic, atomic. It's gonna rock your world. It's gonna show you that hard work, and dedication, and being a little bit of an asshole sometimes, like I am, just being crazy as shit, can lead to things if you're genuine to what you do and you want to perfect your craft and you want to get good. And I think over time, buddy, we maybe got a little good.
I think we did. I think we did. Now, for those who want to know the atomic bomb that's about to drop, I mean, this thing is bigger. It might blow up the whole entire world as we all rise up. The Rise Up family. Rise Up family. We've been doing this for 6 years, dedicated to unity and community and excellence, elevation, and legacy. We have been nominated for the first annual 716 Music Awards for
Podcast of the Year.
That's right.
Boom. Me and Torch, the whole Rise Up family, M&T Live, we are nominated at the first ever 716 Awards for Podcast of the Year. They see what we're doing. They see the work we put in. And it's good to get the recognition, damn it. It's good. So, yes, we have been nominated, Rise Up family, for Podcast of the Year. Damn, Torch, that feels good to say.
Shout out to Marcus Betts. Shout out to Ramona Dye, Devon Stanfield. Everybody who is a part of Rise Up family. Shout out to Christina Neely and everybody that's been working super hard these last 5-6 years, putting together positivity one way or another. We appreciate everything, and we will be standing up 716, all right? It is 716 Day. That's when the awards go down. That's when the trophy get hoisted. 716 Day at the Buffalo Convention Center. Doors are open at 4:30. Show starts at 6. Go vote.
Yes, we need your votes. That's how we win.
Go vote.
We need votes. We'll be posting the links on our page to go and vote for us. Vote for the Rise Up Sports family. Help us bring this trophy home. We want to sit it right here on the table in front of you, for you. This trophy's not us. We want to win it and bring it home for you.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because that shows us that the quality that we're bringing you is being recognized, all right? We want that trophy for you and for all of the Rise Up family. For myself, like you said, Marcus Beth, Ramona Dye. For Lincoln sits in on the show. He's a part of it. Raphael's in the booth. He's doing this show. He's a part of it. We want to share the love and positivity with everybody. We want to bring that home. So when we post the links, make sure you get on social media. Make sure you follow and hit and vote and get that done for us. We want to bring it home for you.
Absolutely. Shout out to the new TV producer here. Shout out to Raphael.
We can see, you can't see it on social media, but we can see the monitor of how he's moving the cameras and the angles he's getting us at for the TV show. Shit's going to be lit, yo. We're going to take this to the next level. And if we already nominated just off what we've been doing, man, this shit finna get a whole lot better now, dog. It's finna get a whole lot better, Torch. You better let them know something.
Yeah, better know. Y'all should know. We should know. Everybody should know. The whole world should know. It's time to rise up. Listen, speaking of rising up, we got breaking news that just rose up.
Hold on, I got an announcement to make myself before we get into it.
Monsters Inc.
All right, for those of you who've been rocking with me for a long time, you know I've been doing this stuff a long time. Started with Buffalo Fanatics in 2016. Started with the, you know what I'm saying, made the Cold Front Report with JT. Got that going for a couple years. And then I went solo and did my own thing. You guys remember, Monster Mondays, Torch? You remember how live we used to get on Mondays? Monster took over Mondays. I was the #1 social media podcast as far as bills go on Facebook for Monster Mondays. And then COVID hit. And I got fat and stupid. You know what I'm saying? I grew a gut. Like I got lazy and I got away from it. And I tell you what, I lost the juice to create. I haven't felt creative in probably 2 years. That's why you haven't seen it. But I'm toying with the idea of bringing Monster Mondays back. But it's going to be bigger and it's going to be different. Torch, when I tell you it's a couple weeks out, but it's coming. And I'm going to rock the shit. Because not only are we going to talk sports, I got characters I'm going to play. I got skits I'm going to run. I got props I've ordered. I got wigs. You guys have no idea, all right? There's going to be a paranoid psychologist that does drugs. That's one of my characters, all right? I'm even going to play my mama at some point. I got a lot of entertaining, funny characters for you guys. It's going to be a great show. It's still going to be sports. It's still going to be Bills, but it's going to be variety. I'm going to do sketches. I'm going to be characters. We're going to rock this shit out. But it's still a couple weeks out. I'm not going to bring it back until it's absolutely ready and I can give you guys the product that I want to give you. So that's it, man. After 2 years of hiatus, I'm coming back and I'm taking my Mondays back. Fuck all these other people on Mondays. Mondays belong to my ass, and they always have. Say something.
Now, with that being said, we got the breaking news. The breaking news. Kyrie Irving has decided to has said he will re-sign with the Brooklyn Nets. Your thoughts on that, Monster? As we have talked NBA for a while now, even after the NBA Finals. Your thoughts on Kyrie Irving?
The NBA offseason makes me sick. Honestly, it makes me sick. We could talk about the Kyrie move, and it's fine. But there's still 97 other people that are going to move different teams before the season starts next year. KD wants out. You know what I'm saying? James Harden, well, he's going to re-sign. They're just restructuring his deal. But you know what I'm saying? It's just the amount of movement. The NBA's turned to a bunch of crybabies. Oh, I lose 2 years here. I want to go play here. Oh, I lose here. I want to go play with this guy. I lose here. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Kyrie thing is fine. Kyrie's a great player, and it's good for Brooklyn that he resigns. But Kevin Durant wants out. So what happens now when Durant leaves? All right? What happens when Durant leaves? I mean, but let's face it. Kevin Durant has never made anybody around him better. Kevin Durant has never made anybody around him better.
So I'm going to be very honest with you. The Kyrie move is obviously a money move. It's fine and dandy with the Brooklyn Nets organization. Where's Brooklyn at? I need to know where's Brooklyn at. What happened, Flatbush? You guys were supposed to win the NBA championship already. You haven't won the championship with the guys you've had. You've had James Harden. It didn't work out. They want to keep Kyrie. And I think keeping Kyrie is a bargaining chip to keep Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant hasn't fully said that he is leaving yet, but this move might make, some waves. It might hit Kevin Durant, especially being that he's been talking to ownership. As far as making decisions for this Brooklyn Nets organization that's looking to bring one home for Brooklyn, for the 2 train. Man, I honestly want to say this though. We talked about James Harden. We talked about Kyrie Irving. We've talked about Kevin Durant. All coming from, different.
None of them dudes have won a championship without other people.
Different trees. But none of them come out to be a legitimate leader in my eyes. Kyrie may have a little bit more leadership quality than Kevin Durant, but it's not enough to me that has cemented or brung a championship to any team unless he's been a part of someone else. Obviously, we talked about Kevin Durant being a part of Stephen Curry and the Warriors. We've talked about Kyrie Irving being a part of with LeBron James and winning championships, but none of them have been able to be successful enough to win as a superstar on their own.
They're not leaders.
So the leadership quality to me is a significant factor enough to make me scratch my head on what Brooklyn really wants to do. Is this the guys? Are these the guys that you want that's going to lead your team to the promised land? Or are you breaking this up? And on the other side of the spectrum, we have, if you break up Kyrie Irving and you break up Kevin Durant, where do the Brooklyn Nets go from here?
To the bottom.
So
they go to the bottom.
I mean, that's a choice. That's a choice that Brooklyn has already kind of expressed as far as Kyrie Irving and keeping him. So obviously, you got to ride with the decisions you make. We talk all the time about organizational moves. Shout out to Pat Freeman. Shout out to Mookie Hawkins. We always talk about organizational moves when it comes to different teams. And this is an organizational move that I feel someone is going to have to either pay for in the future or benefit off of in the future. With that being said, free agency has also taken another turn as Rudy Gobert.
Minnesota, huh?
The Minnesota
You're going
Timber.
It's cold as shit in Minnesota. Like, where are you going to Minnesota for, buddy? Like,
the Timberwolves?
Like, Minnesota. Oh, I wouldn't want to live in Minnesota. But he's joining a really good team. He's joining a really good team. So we'll see it. He's going to make that team better. But getting back to what you said about Kyrie and all that stuff, it's leadership. There's a difference between talent and leadership, and you know that. Think back to OKC. Westbrook, Harden, and Kevin Durant couldn't get it done. None of them could get it done. Durant had to go and get, you know what I'm saying, with Curry. That's why Steph Curry is a leader. Steph Curry made Klay Thompson and Draymond what they are. Kevin Durant's never done that for a teammate. He's not a leader. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with Kyrie. Kyrie needed LeBron to get his ring. James Harden still got a ring because James Harden just flops. Sorry ass James Harden. But it comes down to leadership. Those dudes will never win on their own because they're simply not built like that. Are they talented? Absolutely. Can they take over a game? Yes, sir. Can they lead a team on a deep playoff run in some 7-game series? No, and they've shown it. What else we got going on in the free agency, Torch?
Well, Rudy Gobert obviously went to the Minnesota Timberwolves. That is an interesting move for the Utah Jazz to make. I'm just wondering what they got in return back. By the way, if you want to call in, want to state how you feel,
Utah to Minnesota.
How you feel, you can call us at 716-481-8249. The call line is open for those who want to express their opinion on what's going on. We are currently talking about NBA free agency and some NBA news right now on M&T Live at the Apollo right here, at the Apollo Media Center. Yeah. With that being said, Rudy Gobert is a shot blocking 13 to 15 point per game center. He's one defensive player of the year. He has a knack for rim protecting, which I think will help Minnesota along the way, bringing him along with a team that looks very talented. I mean, they went to the playoffs this year. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Looking really, really good. I mean, he was in the movie Hustle, so I guess, they hustling right now. They taking the Adam Sandler approach and hustling to get some more players to, get this franchise closer to where they want to be.
It's just there's not enough parity anymore. Like, how many playoff series did we see that just one game was a blowout or the series was a blowout or the next game was a blowout? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's not all teams that make the playoffs don't deserve to make the playoffs in the NBA. Be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? We had 2 years ago, teams with losing records made the playoffs.
Are you alluding that Minnesota didn't deserve to be in the playoffs?
No. I'm not using them as a specific example. I'm saying as a league overall. Oh. If you want to take it that way, I can't stop your perception, Dre. You know what I'm saying?
No. I clarity. I want clarity. Everybody that's watching, tuned in. Thank you for the clarity, Monster, that you gave, especially when it comes down to the cold city of it's cold Minnesota.
You went from Utah to Minnesota. Like, you want to go anywhere warm, buddy? Like, what are you doing?
We also have other news too, as far as Oh my goodness! Wait a minute! Whoa! The Jazz traded Rudy Gobert for 4 first-round picks.
What, for Rudy Gobert?
4.
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 4 too many.
I said that's 4 too many.
Too many.
That's 4 too many.
What? You trade 4 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert?
Absolutely, they did. 4 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert.
So that's the NBA version of the Deshaun Watson deal.
Well,
that's the NBA version of the Deshaun Watson shit.
Well, speaking of Bulls.
That's crazy. 4 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of bull hit,
just dumb. Some of these franchises are just dumb.
Speaking of bull hit, the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls, re-signed Zach LaVine to a 5-year, $215 million deal.
These numbers are ridiculous.
Is Zach LaVine worth $41 million a year?
No. 99.9% of the guys in the NBA aren't worth that much money. That's insane. But it's like baseball contracts. You sign $250 million, really $250 million or $500 million baseball contract? Really? Like, is that, and it's only going to go up from there. So where do these leagues go? What happens when you're signing people to billion-dollar contracts? You know it's coming in the next 5-10 years. Somebody's going to get the billion-dollar contract. What about Shohei? Shohei is rewriting the record books in baseball, doing stuff nobody's ever done before, and nobody cares because it's happening in baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's an astronomical amount of money. All right. Give me a quarter of that and I'll produce those stats. You know what I'm saying? Give me a quarter of what Zach LaVine makes.
Yeah. I mean, Zach LaVine is
a lot of fucking money.
Zach LaVine is definitely benefiting from a great time in sports right now where you can collect plenty of bank being a 27-year-old who has been a 2-time All-Star in Chicago when he arrived.
How much longer is left on Jimmy Butler's contract? How much Jimmy Buckets got left?
Jimmy Buckets.
Speaking of Jimmy Buckets, you're going to look at Zach's contract like, hold up.
Speaking of Jimmy Buckets, Zach LaVine was the one traded that sent Jimmy Buckets originally to the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2017. And then alongside DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan have been a very, very intricate part of Chicago's success this past season. They went to the Eastern Conference playoffs for the first time in 5 years this past season.
Speak on it.
It was also the first time that Zach LaVine also made the postseason. So right now they're paying for production. It looks like the league is paying for current production, not a road traveled of production. They're paying for right now and not right now. And
they're not building for down the road. They're building for today.
I mean, he did average 23.7 points per game in the last 4 seasons.
I could get that.
In the last 4 seasons, he's got a quality 3-point shooting percentage. Even though he does have a high volume of shots. Here we go again. I mean, he's also played in Team USA. Tokyo, averaging 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting about 48% from the field and 39% from 3. This is a guy who also, tore his ACL. They're paying $215.
We're in the wrong business, dude. We're in the wrong business.
I kind of feel like we in the wrong business. Give us contracts.
That's what I'm saying.
The sports contract.
All right, what else we got today? I'm bored with the NBA.
You are bored with the NBA.
I'm bored with the NBA.
But I do have to say this real quick. You are at M&T Live at the Apollo, and I need to shout out sponsors real quick. Daddy O's Pizza, shout out to you. Shout out to Luigi's Pizza as well. Shout out to Maisha's Fashions. Appreciate y'all. Definitely. Oh, and here's one more thing. Shout out to Valerie Howard, by the way. Shout out to you for this amazing cup that you got me for Father's Day. Thank you very much. Daughter made this. By the way, we are Rise Up Family for life. By the way, make sure you know that. All right. Make sure you go vote. 716 Music Awards. Definitely, we need all your love and support.
Nominated Podcast of the Year, y'all. So M&T Live, Rise Up Family.
So we can host this trophy. Now, last news in, our last final news in NBA is the Celtics get Malcolm Brogdon in the trade with the Pacers, and the Warriors also kept Kevon Looney and added DiVincenzo to the roster. So once again, Warriors still building a foundation for future to win more titles, and the Celtics trying to bring more depth so they can get, more than 2 wins in the NBA Finals. But nevertheless, all right.
I'll be honest, I don't know who any of those players are.
Moving on. We're moving on. We're going to move on to football real quick. Moving on to the football aspect, the NFL. We haven't heard too much in the offseason about NFL, but we do have some things we want to talk about as far as the NFL is concerned.
Hold on. One more NBA thing before we get into the NFL.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got you.
Last week, we did our top 10 of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lincoln did his top 10. Torch did his top 10. I did my top 10. Let me just tell you the amount of grief I got and people sending me shit about you didn't have Kareem in your top 10 monster. You're a moron. You didn't have Larry Bird in your top 10 monster. Wow. You're a moron. Wow. Your picks are stupid.
Uh-oh. There we go. Here's the blow up moment.
To those people, let me explain to you how this works. Okay. As you sit on the couch playing with your balls, you don't put yourself out there. You don't do anything. All right. When you're on a sports podcast, and I've seen this with other podcasts, Torch. I've seen it with other podcasts where you spend an hour watching three assholes agree with each other the whole time, and it's just boring. All right? I can't agree with everything Torch says. That makes for a shitty podcast.
Well, no.
Nobody wants to just agree, oh, we're watching these three guys. No, you want to hear banter. You want to hear differences of opinion. You want to hear somebody give an argument, okay? So, yeah, sometimes on those lists, I have to play devil's advocate and pick somebody stupid like Dennis Rodman. You know why? Because it creates conversation. It creates conflict. So, yes, I don't believe that Dennis Rodman is better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But for the sake of entertainment, this show and those lists, yes, he was on it. So please understand where I'm coming from and don't send me dumb fucking messages.
Wow.
You really think Dennis Rodman's better than Kareem? No, asshole, but I don't want to sit here and agree with Torch for 30 minutes. It's boring.
Well, listen. If that was not, what the world needed to hear. Listen, sports talk is sports talk because sports talk is a fun thing to do. And the only way it can be fun is if I'm not just like, here, Spike. Come here, Spike. All right, Spike. Let's go, Spike. Shout out to Marcus.
Hey, Andre, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers? He's great. Me too.
Yeah, don't do that. So I'm not upset at the Dennis Rodman thing. So I don't understand why people are so upset. Don't be upset, y'all. It's sports talk, all right? We're going to talk about NFL GOATs, offensive GOATs right now. And I'm sure that me and Monster are going to have some differences of opinion. So get ready, tune in, lock in. Make sure you know that the call line is open, 716-481-8249. Again, 716-481-8249. Get ready because we're going to have some conversation about these GOATs, all right? Now, we're going to start off first and foremost. This is shout out to Ramona.
Is this current GOATs or the all-time team GOAT?
This is all-time GOAT. No. Only one offensive GOAT. You can only pick one for an entire team, entire franchise.
Right. We're going team by team.
Yes. We're going team by team right here, right now. You about to see it. Shout out to Ramona Die, by the way. This is for you, starting off right now.
Let's see how many stupid people I can come up with.
Ben Roethlisberger, the GOAT for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No.
Not the offensive GOAT?
No.
Oh, wow.
Get the fuck out of here. The offensive GOAT? Did you forget they existed in the 70s with Lynn Swann? Did you forget that?
No, I didn't.
Did you forget Terry Bradshaw? You know what I'm saying? You forget any of those people? Ben Roethlisberger.
Did you say wait a minute. Time. Did you say Terry Bradshaw? Offensive GOAT?
No, I'm bringing up examples of other players.
Woo!
I didn't relax. Look at you.
Yeah, I told you.
Look at him like a girl about to get asked to the prom. He's all excited. I'm not finished.
Ooh, yeah, go ahead.
Ben Roethlisberger. Is he up there? Sure, he could be up there. But is he the GOAT? No, I don't think Ben Roethlisberger's the GOAT. Are we going to talk numbers? Are we going to talk championships? Like, what are we talking about? All right, what are we talking about? But if I have to give one offensive GOAT to the Steelers, I'd say it's Lynn Swann. Not Ben Roethlisberger. Sorry, Ben. Stop following people to the bathroom.
This should be called Monster in the Pond. You should be the Swamp Thing right now. Monster in the Pond.
Hey,
Lynn Swann is the GOAT.
Of that team?
You hear this guy. Are you kidding me? Lynn Swann, listen, love Lynn Swann to death. Love him to death. Great wide receiver.
I can't stand people who just pick the franchises.
Great.
I'm not doing that.
But I will tell you this. I don't agree with Ben Roethlisberger. I have a different goat.
Lay it on us, Torch.
The bus. The bus that's going to drive by the pond. Highland Swan. I'm going to take Jerome Bettis. Jerome Bettis is a world-renowned running back. If we want to talk about bruising running backs, making impacts on games like no other, then you got to talk about Jerome Bettis, baby. It's the bus to me. The bus. All right. We got a caller on the line from Texas. Caller, what's up?
What's up, Dre? What's up, Monster?
What's up, dog? How you doing, player?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Pretty good. We want to know from you, who is the offensive GOAT for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
As much like Big Ben, but I'm sorry, Ramona, he's not there. I'm going to say Lynn Swan.
Oh, we got another swan in the pond. Okay, 2 swans in the pond. What's the plural word for swan? Is it swans? Swannies?
I don't know.
Swannies.
Could be Swannies. I don't know.
Swans. All right. Dalton, what's your thoughts and why did you pick Lynn Swan?
Because I think he's one of the best receivers of the Steelers in the 70s. Like, he had good player with Terry Bradshaw and club numbers, and that's why I got Lynn Swan.
All right. Let's move right along. Let's talk about
fair.
Jonathan Ogden for the Baltimore Ravens.
We doing just offense?
Yeah, offense. Mm-hmm.
That one's kind of tough. Because let's be honest, before Lamar, it was just, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's not sexy as it is to pick the lineman. Like, I can't pick Lamar yet because he's still, but you go back, everything that Baltimore's done and all the greats have been on their defense. What are you going to pick, Trent Dilfer? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for the sake of lack of other eligible nominees in there, I'll go with Ogden, sure.
Dalton, your thoughts on Baltimore?
Oh, man. About the Ravens, I'm not going to pick Lamar because he's not there yet. I'm not picking Trent Dilfer. He's not a good quarterback. I'm not picking Flacco. He ain't that great. But if I pick one, am I surprised? I'm going to say Matt Burke, the center from the Ravens.
Okay. Interesting pick. I'll take Jonathan Ogden as well as we move right along to the Cincinnati Bengals. We got Anthony Munoz. Another offensive lineman.
No. The greatest Cincinnati Bengal ever was Icky Woods.
The Icky Shuffle.
The Icky Shuffle. Greatest Bengal ever to me was Icky Woods. Close second, honorable nominee, Chad Ochocinco.
All right, Dalton, your thoughts on that one?
For me, I'm going to say Ken Anderson.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take Chad Ochocinco on this one. Yeah, I got to take Ochocinco.
Correct answer is Icky Woods.
Yeah.
You know what? I changed my mind. I haven't thought about it. I'm going to take Chad Johnson or Chad Ochocinco instead of Ken Anderson.
There you go. All right. Now, the Cleveland Browns. Offensive GOAT. Jim Brown. I think that's unanimous.
Yeah,
right?
Who else you going to pick?
Unanimous, right? It's unanimous. All right,
Bernie Kosar with the perm and the sidearm?
Absolutely. All right. For the Patriots, Tom Brady.
I don't give a shit.
I
don't give a shit.
I think that's unanimous too, right? Buffalo Bills talk. Buffalo Bills talk. Oh, yeah, Buffalo Bills. You see it right here in the background? This guy with the Buffalo Bills.
Offensive.
Yeah, offensive.
Thurman Thomas.
Oh.
The MVP awards, leading the league, yards from scrimmage, those consecutive years. Jim had a great career. Andre had a great career. But if you take all three of them and put them side by side, I give it to Thurman. Or you could give it to OJ. You know what I mean? I'm going to give it to Thurman over OJ for obvious reasons.
Okay. Dalton.
As much I love Josh Allen, but I can't put him here yet. But I'm going to say Thurman Thomas with the yards and that stuff, like one of the best running backs with the Bills.
Come on.
The juice is loose, man.
Come on, man.
The juice is. I should be saying, "Come on" to you. The juice
he
is
got
loose.
all those yards against plumbers and electricians and shit.
Plumbers and electricians. By the way, shout out to Ferguson's electric. By the way, 2,000 yards, 14 games. It's the Juice Man. It's OJ. Hey, the Juice Man. Okay. Now the Jets.
The Jets.
Joe Namath.
Okay, you could go with Joe Namath, I guess.
Hollywood.
I don't know.
You didn't even catch that.
I did. Yeah, I mean, you could go with Namath, but again, that's like it's cheese for a franchise who hasn't really done shit. So let's see. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a dude that used to tear us up in the '90s a little bit. All right, not a popular pick. You don't know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna go with Freeman McNeil. Freeman McNeil is
bring that. Can you put the camera angle right here? Zoom in on this. No. Yeah, on him. You see that? Yeah, on him.
Freeman McNeil.
All right, now bring it on. Put it on me. Put it on me real quick. Put it on me. What in the God is you talking about? Freeman McNeil. I can't believe that you skipped over Curtis Martin. You skipped over.
Curtis Martin played for the Patriots. He's automatically disqualified.
Oh, so if he played for another, well, guess what? Didn't have to.
It's my opinion, right? It's my pick.
Well, guess what, Monster? I'm putting that in the pond. Freeman McNeil, right along with Lynn Swan. Put him in the pond, sir. Rubber duck. You need some rubber duckies.
Freeman McNeil was a beast.
You need some rubber duckies, sir.
I was gonna pick Al Toon.
Al Toon. Okay, Al Toon. All right, I like that. You know, cartoon things. With that being said, Broadway Joe is a good one, but Curtis Martin to me, I like Curtis Martin. Yeah, we'll move on and go to the Colts.
Yeah, I got Joe Namath on the Jets too.
Right, you got Joe Namath on the Jets too. Okay, we'll move on.
Hashtag Freeman McNeil
to the Colts. Let's move on to the Colts.
That's easy.
This is easy. Yeah. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah,
it's Peyton Manning. Tennessee Titans. Uh-oh.
Again, a franchise that doesn't have a long, standing history. For the Tennessee Titans, honestly, it's going to be two people for me. It's a tie. And it's going to be Steve McNair and it's going to be Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson, the guy that, because of the 2,000-yard season? Are we Chris Johnson and because of that? Steve McNair? Because Steve McNair was great, Eric McNair. So we skip it. Eddie George.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with Steve McNair. I'll go with Steve McNair. Your thoughts, Dalton?
I agree with you, Drake. I got Steve McNair with the Titans.
All right. How about the Texans?
J.J. Watt. Oh wait, we're doing offensive. Yeah, they haven't had anybody. D-Hop.
D-Hop. You like D-Hop? How about Andre Johnson?
You can take it. There's an argument for Andre Johnson.
Yeah, I like Andre Johnson. By the way, you can put your comments in the comment section. We want to know.
I don't mind the Andre Johnson.
We definitely want to know. Jaguars.
The Jags. It's not your turn, Dalton.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just playing. It's either Fred Taylor or Keenan McCardle for me.
No Tony Baselli?
No. I mean, they're boring. If your greatest offensive player in your franchise history is a lineman.
Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardle, Fred Taylor.
They had some beasts back in the day.
All nice picks. Natron Means, all nice picks. Dalton.
I gotta go with Fred Taylor.
Okay. Kansas City, the Chiefs.
All right. My opinion and my personal preference are two different things, all right? I think for the Chiefs, it's got to be Tony Gonzalez. One of the all-time great tight ends in history. It's got to be Tony Gonzalez. But my favorite, so I'm going to pick him. One of my favorite players all time. Sucked his career was short, but when he was here, he was a goddamn beast, was Priest Holmes.
Ooh, okay.
I was a Priest Holmes guy. I loved Priest Holmes. I loved the way he ran, just the physicality. So you could give Tony Gonzalez, obviously, but I'm going to go with Priest Holmes as mine.
All right. I'm going with Tony. I got to go with Tony Gonzalez. Why not? Dalton.
Oh, that's easy. Tony Gonzalez.
Yep. How about the Chargers? Oh, this is a no-brainer.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. You can't say you can't say that the Chargers is one person.
Who?
You can't say it's one person. It's two.
Oh, I know where you going with this.
It's
okay.
two.
Go ahead.
You can't argue.
Go ahead. Tell them. Tell the world.
Antonio Gates and LaDainian Tomlinson.
I knew those two was coming out.
And you could even make a case for Rivers based on his stats, but not with those two on the team. Gates and LaDainian Tomlinson are 1A and 1B for that franchise.
Dalton.
What's up? Yeah, I have to agree with you, Monster. It's got to be either LaDainian Thompson or Antonio Gates. You can't go wrong with either one of them.
It's LT for me. Listen, it's LT for me, but I can understand the Antonio Gates thing. And if I looked at it, I mean, where's Antonio Gates ranked among the greatest tight ends of all time?
3.
Probably.
He's a 3rd.
Where's LaDainian Tomlinson ranked among the greatest running backs of all time?
Top 10, maybe.
So I can understand that. Gotta like the picks, man. Antonio Gates, LaDainian Tomlinson. Okay, I got you. All right, let's talk about the Raiders.
Simple. Bo Jackson.
I got another name.
You could do. Yeah, I know who you're gonna say too. Another guy that was in the backfield, but that's
in the backfield.
Oh, you want to go Marcus Allen?
That's a Kansas City Chief pick too. Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not going with him neither. Tim Brown. I'll go with Tim Brown.
I got no problem with that pick. You see how boring it is when we agree with everything?
Yeah, it would be boring. Hella boring. Dalton.
As much as I want to pick Bo Jackson, but he retired because of the injuries. But I'm going to go with Tim Brown.
Okay, interesting enough.
Respect it.
Broncos. This is a no-brainer. Well, then again, no, it's not. No.
You can't because we already used him on the Colts.
No. You thinking about Peyton again?
I'm not thinking about Peyton for the Broncos. I'm thinking about horse teeth. I'm thinking of one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time who has zero talent for scouting and evaluating quarterbacks as a GM. Sorry, you were that guy in the field. You're not that guy in the front office, and you proved it by all your bricks. The only thing you've done right since you've been there was steal Peyton Manning for the last 2 years when he could still think and win a championship. So, for me, it's John Elway.
Those bricks in the same pond. Oh, never mind. You know what? All right. With that being said, Monster likes to go fishing, y'all. If you don't know, Monster is
how do you say John Elway's a fish?
He likes to fish. No. I'm not saying John Elway is a fish. I'm not saying that's a fish pick. But, I got to keep reiterating the pond, the swan pond this guy got. And he said bricks. So I'm just wondering if those bricks are in the pond.
Just to recap, Lynn Swan got 2 votes. He's only got 1.
That is fishing in. I will say that if it's not John Elway, it's Shannon Sharp for me.
I can see that.
I'm a big fan of Shannon Sharp.
Terrell Davis. There's
Terrell Davis. Yeah, and there's a couple ones. Matter of fact, I'll go with Terrell Davis over Shannon Sharp too. With that being said, all right, we got to get to some more of these joints. Man, we already halfway through. We halfway through the list. Green Bay. Uh-oh.
Don Mikowski. That shit was funny.
Another one of those. Dalton, what's your thoughts on Green Bay?
For me, I'm gonna say Brett Favors.
I like that. All right. I'll take Aaron Rodgers for 500. Just to be different. I'll take Aaron Rodgers for 500.
I'll take Aaron Rodgers for 500.
You got to, man. You got to. It's between him and
He can't hold a candle to Brett Favre, man. Come on, man.
There we go.
Come
All
on,
right,
man.
Chicago Bears.
Walter Payton. That's easy.
Yeah, Walter Payton.
That was easy.
Yeah.
Vikings.
The Minnesota Vikings. Randy Moss. Pick somebody better. Find somebody in their history. I dare you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not better than Moss.
What? Wait a minute. Okay.
You know what's funny is he don't even say it. I know who he's thinking.
He knows what I'm thinking.
I know he's thinking.
He knows where I'm going with this. Okay. It's Adrian freaking Peterson.
No, it's not.
Adrian Peterson. Literally carries team.
Your tie's too tight. Like you better, you know what I'm saying? You gotta loosen it up or something. Adrian Peterson better than Randy Moss.
Listen,
craziest cat shit.
Let's be clear now.
Mm-mm.
Let's be clear
Nope.
now. Adrian Peterson is top what in running backs? I mean, he's had probably one of the best running seasons ever.
And you're talking about the greatest wide receiver of all time.
NCW in the house said he's a bum. Well, who would that bum be? Would that be Randy Moss or would that no? Randy Moss is definitely top two. Well, no, he's not top two. I'm sorry, he's top 3 wide receiver of all time.
Who'd you put over him?
Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice.
Wrong.
What?
Nope. It goes Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Jerry
Randy Moss,
Rice,
number one. Numero uno.
I'm just saying.
What metric? See, now I got to get scientific, specific. On what metric is Randy Moss better than Jerry Rice?
Because Randy Moss could take a game over. Jerry Rice just was kind of part of the offense. When they came out with the West Coast offense with Joe Montana and Dwight Clark and Roger Craig and John Taylor, that offense ran as a unit. And Rice was great in that offense. Like I said, top 2. But could he take a game over and make the plays that Randy Moss could make to win games? No. That's why it's called getting mossed when you get your shit snatched. It's not called getting riced.
That's okay. And everybody. Okay. So watch this. Here's what I'll say. I'll make it simple, right? In a non-passers league, Jerry Rice has 7,000 yards.
What do you mean
Joe Montana didn't play in a non-passers league? Okay, now.
Next week, I'm going to bring a list of those quarterbacks that played in that era. You tell me it's not a passing era.
A non-passers league as such, Jerry Rice, 7,000 yards better than Randy Moss and Terrell Owens. Over almost 100 touchdowns better than both of them.
Because he played for 70 years.
70 years. Also,
I think Jerry Rice still on playing somewhere. He's on the bench.
Has 4 of those things and could have had 5 had Oakland not gotten played by the tuck rule. Should have probably had 5 rings. 5 rings compared to Moss's 0 and Terrell Owens' big fat goose egg.
We're not talking rings. We're talking a franchise's greatest player.
We talking about greatest wide receivers right now. And you put Randy Moss number 1 over 22,000 yards plus Jerry Rice in a non-passers league with
you keep saying not
touchdowns. He's at least 70 touchdowns better than both and has 4 more rings than them. I mean,
I thought this was opinionated, not stats based.
It's a well, I gotta listen. I gotta put some facts now. Your opinion. Yup. I get the game changer thing and all that, but my opinion, brother, his production in a league that wasn't passing that much. I'm giving it to Jerry Rice, but we can take this to another show. You know, we got plenty of shows. By the way, once again, Rise Up Family, sports and community organization, you know, nominated for Best Podcast of the Year.
Best Podcast of the Year.
Right here. You want to know why? Because we have so many great podcasts. We can go to one, TV show and move it to the podcast and debate. And, we do what we do. Have a whole lot of fun. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go 3 more. Yeah, we're going to do 3 more offensive goats, and then we'll move on, obviously, because we already 40 minutes into the show, and this is crazy. I can't believe how time goes by.
On the Vikings.
Time goes by so quickly. I will pick the Dallas Cowboys, the New Orleans Saints, and then we will pick, last but not least, the LA Rams. Your thoughts on the Cowboys?
The Cowgirls. Their greatest. There's been a lot. They got a long list of people. But since we're doing it based on production, got to go with the NFL's all-time leading rusher and Emmitt Smith.
Okay. Your thoughts, Dalton?
Well, ain't nobody care about the Cowgirls, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to say Emmitt Smith.
All right. Yeah, I think it's unanimous. It's either Emmitt Smith or you got to go with Michael Irvin.
No.
I'll go with Emmitt Smith on that. By the way, talking about production, we'll talk a little production in a moment too, as well. Let's get to the Saints. Dalton, that's your team.
Yep, I already got one. I got Drew Brees.
I think this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Decisive no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue a little bit here and there. Archie Manning and all them old school, Ricky Williams, and you know what I'm saying? But no, it's Drew Brees.
All right. Now, with that being said, let's go to the last one, which is the LA Rams.
We just do the Rams, not the LA Rams, because they were the LA Rams, and then they were, you know what I mean?
No, they were the St. Louis,
Rams.
the Rams, the LA Rams.
This is a no-brainer, too. It's simple. Eric Dickerson. Simple.
Wow. Eric Dickerson. Interesting. Dalton, your thoughts?
I got 2 of them. I got one, Eric Dickerson, and I don't know if it would count. It might surprise y'all. I'm going to say Kurt Warner.
Thank you. That actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Eric Dickerson is the obvious pick, but
Kurt Warner's right there with him.
Kurt Warner's definitely there. I mean, you could think of some others like Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. You could think of a couple of other Rams players, but Eric Dickerson having the greatest running back season of all time, period, point blank. Kurt Warner, how many Super Bowls have Kurt Warner been to with different teams?
How many has he been to? 3. He was 1-2.
Right, and he's 1-2. So with that being said, that's very interesting. And talking about production, Monster.
Yes, sir.
We have had this conversation before about receiving leaders from the past decade. We talked about receivers a little bit, and I'm going to read this list, and I want you to tell me what you think about this list and where you would put these guys. Cooper Kupp, obviously, 1947, and that was last year. Stephon Diggs, 1535 in 2020. Michael Thomas, 1725 in 19. Julio Jones, 1677 and 18. Antonio Brown, 1533 and 17. T.Y. Hilton, 1448 and 16. Julio Jones again in 15 with 1871. Antonio Brown, 1698 and 14. Josh Gordon, 1646 and 13. And Calvin Johnson with 1964 and 2012. Monster, my question to you is,
George,
you got to take 5. We're going to play take 5, and this ain't the lottery.
take 5 of those receivers?
You got to take 5.
How many did you read?
I read at least 8. Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, T.Y. Hilton, Josh Gordon, and we taking Calvin Johnson. But I need you to rank those 5 too. You don't just get to take those 5. You got to rank and take.
Number 1's Megatron. That's a no-brainer. All right, number 1's Megatron. All right, let me see. I can see this. Megatron, Cooper Kupp, no. Throw Cooper Kupp out, whatever. All right, you got to go number 1, Calvin Johnson. You got to go number 2, Julio Jones. You got to go number 3, Michael Thomas. You got to go number 4, Stephon Diggs. And I'm not putting Antonio Brown on anything I do. So we'll go with smoke weed every day. Josh Gordon is number 5.
All right. Interesting enough. Dalton.
I got number 1, Cooper Kupp, no-brainer. No, excuse me. Number 1, Calvin Johnson. My bad. Number 2, I'm going to go with Mr. Flex Option, Michael Thomas, number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, Julio Jones. Number 4, even though he did play with a bad quarterback and bad team, though, but he had good numbers, I'm going to put Josh Gordon number 4. And number 5, I'm going to say AB.
Wow. Interesting enough.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. So I think number 1, we all got Calvin Johnson, Megatron, obviously at number 1. Number 2, to me on this list is obviously Antonio Brown.
No, it's not. How are you going to say Antonio Brown is better than Michael Thomas?
Number 2 is Antonio Brown. I don't care what he did outside of it. I'm talking about on the field production, consistency. Antonio Brown's number 2 to me. Unless you put in Julio Jones there too, in which you can flex 1 or 2, him or Julio. I'm putting Julio at 3. You guys, I'm not understanding how you guys skipping Stephon Diggs.
I didn't.
You didn't. Dalton did. Dalton skipped.
Never mind. I'm taking AD.
Now you want to dig out of that hole that you put yourself in. I'm telling Stephon Diggs when I see him too, Dalton. I'm gonna say Dalton put Stephon Diggs over you, sir. He put AB over you, Stephon Diggs. Steph Finesse ain't gonna like that. I don't think he's gonna like that too much. I'm telling you too. And you a Bills guy. You like the Bills too, Dalton. So definitely letting Stephon Diggs know about that. Don't worry, and make sure he don't hit you on Twitter. I'm gonna call Stephon Diggs on FaceTime. And I'm going to be like, hey, this is my buddy Dalton. He says that you're not a good receiver.
Maybe the Minnesota Miracle got me forgot about him. That's probably why.
Oh, you forgot, huh?
But make sure you get out and vote, all right? We're nominated for Podcast of the Year, all right? Make sure you get out and vote. 716 Awards coming up. Torch, Rise Up Sports Family, M&T Live nominated for Podcast of the Year. Get on there and vote. We want to bring the trophy home. We want to sit it here on the table for you guys. As you see, the lighting's different. We got a producer now in the booth, moving the cameras, the lighting. This shit's about to go to the next level, y'all. And it's going to start with us bringing home that trophy for Podcast of the Year.
Absolutely. But I wonder how Stephon Diggs is going to receive that. Okay, that comment about.
I'm going to tell Stephon Diggs, too, when I see him, Dalton.
Absolutely. Definitely snitch.
I'm going to snitch to Stephon Diggs.
All right. Cooper Kupp is number 5.
Over who?
Single-handedly this past season. Cooper Kupp raised the trophy.
You said single-handedly won the trophy for.
He single-handedly last year.
Okay, so Stafford had nothing to do with it. Aaron Donald had nothing to do with it. Von Miller had nothing to do with it.
Offensively.
Oh, okay.
Offensively.
Let me take a step back.
Offensively.
Take a step back.
Offensively, single-handedly won the trophy when everybody else was getting hurt. I mean, shout out to OBJ, who might have been on this list had he, But nevertheless, Cooper Kupp last year brought the trophy home. Julio Jones hasn't. Michael Thomas hasn't. No offense.
Again, you're picking receivers based on trophies.
Josh Gordon. You pick Josh. Josh Gordon.
Yes, if you put Josh Gordon stoned as he was. If you put Josh Gordon stoned on Antonio Brown's team, and you give him Big Ben as a quarterback, tell me he doesn't put up better numbers. Tell me he don't put up better numbers.
Better 1947 numbers?
Tell me he don't put up better numbers than Antonio Brown if he's on Pittsburgh Steelers.
No.
You're crazy as cat shit. He's way more talented.
Well, I would say he's way more athletic. Yes. Talented? I don't know about the talent.
Josh Gordon just likes a little too much.
He can't stay off the weed.
A little too much for Josh Gordon.
Stay off the weed. I don't know, man. Cooper Kupp is phenomenal. Running route running, phenomenal. Can go down the field.
If you guys haven't seen it, since we're talking about this, if you guys haven't seen it, they recently did a podcast that Ricky Williams was on. And the extent of the shit that this dude did during his career to pass drug tests is amazing. You got to go find it on YouTube. Look it up. Ricky Williams on a podcast talking about how he beat drug tests when he played. Dude, the shit he did was unreal. It's funny. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil it, but you got to go watch it. It's fantastic. You wouldn't believe some of the shit this dude did.
I'm talking about Money in the Bank, baby. Money in the Bank is actually tomorrow?
No, it's on tonight.
Oh, I thought so. Money in the Bank tonight. Speaking of Money in the Bank, we've been talking about contracts, things of that nature. Yes, Money in the Bank tonight. By the way, make sure you tune into that later on tonight too. Just want to put that out there. Get a little.
We live Spectrum 1302.
A little wrestling talking here. NCW in the house too. Shout out to my guy Sam Slade.
Sam Slade, Nickel City Wrestling. We're coming up. We got an event coming up. When is it? August?
Yep.
August 28th. When is it?
28th.
August 28th. We'll be back live. Bringing you to the Nickel City Wrestling. We're going to have Shadow Cat and Sam Slade in here before the event. Give you a little bit of insight of what's going on. You know Monster going to be there. You know Torch going to be there ringside, bringing you the best footage, best coverage. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with those cats. We like those cats. Nickel City Wrestling, Rise Up Sports.
Absolutely. By the way, just want to put this out here now. Next Saturday, I will not be here, unfortunately, next Saturday due to some things going on at Darien Lake. I will be in Darien Lake next Saturday.
So we got the week off?
But just because you think we got the week off don't mean that we may not come back in here. Me and Monster will deliberate on that as far as when we might come in here and drop another M&T Live at the Apollo. You know, the newly nominated
for Podcast of the Year, M&T Live at the Apollo. When? That's 2 weeks, the awards, right?
2 weeks.
Because
2 Saturdays from now.
Because we're going to have to do the show and then go to the awards.
So
man, I got to buy a suit. Man, come on, man, with this. Can I just stay home? No. I got to buy a dress shirt. I'm fat. I might need a bra.
Producer, you think that's producer back there? Raphael, you think that's okay for Monster to stay at home while we hosted? No, I already know what he's doing over there. He's like shaking his head about no.
I don't do it for the trophies.
Look. He's shaking the camera back and forth, which means no. That's the answer on that one. No, it's not.
Let me borrow $18 to get a dress shirt.
Okay, I got you. I got plenty of dress shirts. By the way, real shabba-doo around here.
I got shave. So I don't even know if I got dress shoes.
With that being said, we appreciate all the love and support. I want to stop right here and say this. We appreciate all the love and support.
Yes.
That we get here. The show, actually, we've been doing sports shows right here in our heart of the city for the last 5 years. Okay, 5 long years. We appreciate all the love and support. Everybody who has supported, no matter who you are. I mean, there's a million names. If I didn't mention you, trust and believe me, you're in my heart. You're in Rise Up Family's heart. And we totally appreciate everything that you guys have done supporting us, whether, good times, bad times, indifferent times. Speaking of indifferent and bad times, what just recently took place right across the street, obviously with the 13 who was shot, 10 killed, 3 wounded, right here in the heart of the city. It hasn't stopped us from what we have done consistently, and that is bring positivity, unity, and community wherever you at. Buffalo, Dallas, and New York, Atlanta.
And let me just say this from my perspective, okay? And it still holds true today. All right. You know how it feels as a white man driving to the east side of Buffalo, which is predominantly a black and ethnic neighborhood, getting out of my car right across the street from where this happened and feeling the looks that people give me? And I get it. It doesn't upset me. I get it. I get why they look at me that way because of what just happened. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's a simple nod or a smile when they look at me to let them know, hey, I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. I feel it down here. I feel tension down here. But like you said, what are you going to do? Run away? Not do my show? No, we love Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? I don't hurt anybody, and I'm not going to. Neither are you. We're here. We love this community. We support this community. And it's just, as Dre said, we've been doing different podcasts and sports for the last 5 years. So to get nominated for a Podcast of the Year, just thank everybody out there. Aside from all the skits and the antics and the characters and what we get into, we truly love you guys. We're truly humbled and thankful for the support that you give us. And we're just going to keep giving you the best product that we can. And don't forget, coming in a few weeks, Monster Mondays comes back. All right, Monster Mondays is coming back. My show is coming back. I got skits. I got props. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be sports, but it's going to be sports comedy. It's going to be sports entertainment because I got a lot more to offer the world than just talking sports. And it's time for you guys to see it a little bit more. It's time for me to take Mondays back over and own my time slot. Damn it, Dre. Monster Mondays is mine. And this nomination only fuels that fire.
Well, I mean, listen, it's the way you're supposed to feel. When you're doing sports, you're supposed to feel that way. I mean, obviously, we do a lot of things on Mondays. Obviously, Monday Night Madness with the Rise Up Family, Rise Up Unlimited radio show as well on Mondays. We definitely appreciate those who are on those shows. Those guys deserve it just as much as anybody else.
You gotta let me know what time those shows are so I can plan my show around it. You don't need to be skipping.
Man, you know what? If you have not tuned into the Rise Up Unlimited radio show, 7:45 every Monday night, 7:45. Shout out to WDAP Radio. Shout out to Angelina and David Allen, pioneers of this broadcasting, world here in the Buffalo region. Shout out to them. And again, shout out to Mookie Hawkins. Shout out to Pat Freeman, pioneers of the game, who've paved the way for people like me, Monster, and others. Shout out to them.
And we're paving the way for the rest of y'all coming behind us. I'm old, y'all. I can't do this shit forever. So I need the next crop to start getting what they're doing. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's going to come a day, Dre, where I got to retire from this. It's going to become a day where I got to retire, and I need somebody just like me as comparable and that brings it to take my seat. And there ain't a lot of them out there.
We building. With that being said, M&T Live at the Apollo, we want to thank y'all again for tuning in and being with us.
It's hot as shit in here, too.
Ooh, wee, ain't it?
It's hot as shit in here.
The fire starter in here.
You know what I'm saying? I got a fire starter and a torch sitting next to me. Good thing my antiperspirant's working. Go vote. Podcast of the year. Rise Up Family. We're going to post the links on our page. Make sure you share it. Go vote. We want to bring that trophy home. We'll be in the house at the Buffalo Convention Center in 2 weeks for the 716 Awards. Follow Torch. Follow myself. Go check out Nickel City Wrestling. Shout out to our producer. He did a great job today. First show, Raphael. Thank you for doing the ones and twos and being the man behind the scenes. It's only going to lead to bigger and better things for all of us. So, can I do the sign off?
Sign us off.
From myself, Raphael, Andre the Torch Robinson, we love you. And that's it. You ready? We're out this bitch. You brought all this to the forefront. Piece of the cock, buddy.
That's the best one. Sad. Love you.